I don't really have a plan, I didn't make any notes, so it may go terribly, and if you're wondering why I have headphones on, it's because this way I can speak louder and still be comfortable. Today, we're going to be talking about intimacy, and I'm not talking about sex. The thing about intimacy is that it can take many different forms, and for some reason allos seem to think that every form of intimacy is to do about sex or must lead to sex. But that's not true. I don't understand when people say that they can't fathom a relationship without sex. I know sex is an important part of a relationship for a lot of people, and I understand that that's the case, but if you take sex as a relationship, there are so many different things in it. And even talking outside of relationships, intimacy is important, whether it be emotional intimacy, physical intimacy, or sexual intimacy. Human beings need that sort of affection. Yes, people need it to different levels, but we all need it to some extent. The two main categories that I would put it into are emotional intimacy and physical intimacy. Emotional intimacy is opening yourself up to other people. So that's sharing your secrets, trusting someone with information about yourself that you wouldn't tell everyone, being open about your emotions, which is something that the people don't do as often as they should do, I feel, especially if you're a guy, just because society kind of pressures you to bottle in all your emotions, and that can be really unhealthy. And obviously this form of emotional intimacy is for the majority of people mainly taken up by friends and family, but obviously this is also a massive part of relationships. Your partner should be someone who you can go home to at the end of the day and talk to about your day. There should be someone you can trust with your secrets, and someone who can be your shoulder to cry on when you need it. None of that involves sex. So once again, I am baffled by the fact that people can't fathom a relationship without sex, because that is a massive part of it. The emotional intimacy, the emotional support they provide you, and in turn you provide to them. Physical intimacy, on the other hand, which I suppose is the main point of this video, is something which is very personal and different for other people and for different cultures. But the problem is that, for some reason, as soon as physical intimacy comes into play, people assume that leads to sex. And that's especially a problem if you're dating as an asexual, because people can misread your intentions if you are physically intimate with them, especially if you haven't told them that you're asexual. So, for example, you might kiss someone or go to kiss someone, and to them, kissing could be foreplay, kissing could lead on to sex, but that isn't the case if you're asexual, if you don't want sex. And to be fair, for a lot of allos, there'll be times when they want to kiss and to cuddle, but they don't want to sleep with the person. I think it's very useful to disconnect the idea of sex from a functioning relationship, because there are so many aspects to it beside that, and you shouldn't feel pressured, however you identify, to have sex with someone just because it's the done thing. Of course, for most people, sex is an important part of a relationship, and I'm not saying they can just get rid of it because it is important to them, but I still think that it's, even though it could be important for them, it's important in a different way to other forms of intimacy. Maybe I'm wrong, because at the end of the day, I don't want sex. I'm Fergus. What are you doing? But at the end of the day, I am asexual. I don't know what it's like to want sex, and I don't know what it's like to feel like sex is important. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry if this video was a bit random and kind of went in loads of different directions and wasn't really talking about asexuality for the most of it, but I hope it was useful. If not, then I can do other videos. I'm going to do other videos. I will plan it better next time. I've just been a bit busy at the moment. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. I post videos every Saturday, so if you want to see more, then feel free to subscribe. That's all I had to say today. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you next time. If you're wondering why there's a cow on my shoulder, you didn't watch the live stream. Ironically, they're singing about sex. Isn't that right, Fergus?